Hello everyone, this is the unboxing of the Nikon Coolpix P950. Okay, so first things first, it's an incredibly large kind of package. I've got the camera zoomed quite heavily in at the moment, so I'll take everything out and then I'll show you the camera individually. So the first thing you get that's really obvious is the camera, and I've got quite big hands and you'll be shocked at how large that camera is. I actually have a Nikon D850, which is just here, and you can see side by side, it's really quite, the actual body of it, it's obviously not as long as the D850, but it is pretty comparable. It also means that it's quite nice if you've got larger hands, you can get a good grip on it, which is good. And it has built-in flash as well, which is manual, so you pop that manually. So there is the actual camera. When it's extended, I'll have to put the battery in it first, but I will show you that. It's got a screen which goes all the way around, which is great because if you're doing any selfies or doing some recording, you can see what's going on. It does 4K recording as well, which is nice. It's very easy to use, the layout, and if you're a Nikon user already, it's very sensibly laid out. Just one thing that you might want to be aware of is on the side it's also got a zoom in and out, and a zoom in and out here, so that's actually quite awkward. It's a great idea, but it is quite awkward because you often, if you're used to DSLRs, you're used to turning here, and here you can actually keep flicking those. Earlier I had my finger on there when I was using it, and it just got a bit of a nightmare in the end. But that obviously is always down to personal preference, and sometimes physically different hand sizes that might make a change there. You then get the wall socket, which is very easy to use. It just connects to a USB with a mini, to a USB to a mini USB to power the device. You get your Nikon Coolpix manual. You get a very common Nikon strap that comes with most of their products. You also get some goodies in here. So you get your wire, which will charge the battery whilst it's left inside the Nikon Coolpix, which is a welcome addition. And then you get this ring at the front. It can't actually go on when you've got the cap on, so you need that off. And that is a screw. And there you go, so it's added that on there like so, and then finally in the box you have the battery. The battery does not come charged, which was a slight shock for me because I got it out and I was like, yeah, I'm going to use it. No, I can't. Okay, so let's add that battery in there, and I will show you, maybe this one. There we go, and I will. That's quite nice. It's quite unusual actually that it can go in so far. No, and I'll show you some of the features of the camera. Let's take this off though. What we do. Okay, let's just zoom out periodically. Right. Okay, so a few features of the camera. When you turn it on, that's all that happens. So at its full zoom, it will look as follows. If it's going to oblige and zoom. Is it going to zoom? Oh, it's having off there. Oh. It looks like it may not work. It won't even do anything without a card in it. Unusual. Well, fortunately I've got tons of them just behind where we are. That's incredibly unusual. So the card goes in this slot here. Like so. Okay, there we go, and so it does zoom quite some way. Yeah, and on your top you've got the, I work as a professional photographer, so quite happy to guide you through these. You've got your automatic mode for general shooting or home purposes. You've got your professional mode, well that's what we call it in the industry. And then you've got your shutter priority, your aperture priority, and your manual. So the P mode actually basically works. It's not really a professional mode, by the way, but that is what we call it in the industry. So the automatic mode here is basically the same as the P, but the P will allow you to make some adjustments, which is a really welcome addition and nice on a budget kind of bridge camera like this. Okay, and then you've got your some of the ones that may be of interest to you guys. You've got scene, which allows you to then pick various scenes, like if you want to do sports, birds, etc. You have an unusual moon mode, which I've tried out. It's pretty dire, really. And you've got the bird watching facility, which is okay. And then you've got the few bits for recording. The flip out screen I absolutely love. I think it's brilliant. I'm just zooming out at the moment. You can see it. Hoping to zoom out. Taking that is ridiculous. That takes a good while. There's a button on the side actually. I wonder if this will lock it back really, really quickly. Let's try it. That's quite a nice feature. And then it goes straight back. Never mind. Okay. There's many. I love Nikons, but there are many things about this I dislike a lot. Like the amount of time it takes. Okay, so there you can see the screen. You can see the drum kit there. Obviously I'm not going to do a demo of it, but you can see the layout of the buttons. So you've got your bin menu, and then a few bits here, your macro, timer, your white balance, and your flash settings. You can record from here. You've got your playback, your display, all the usual if you want to switch between manual focus and autofocus. Here it allows you to use the screen or use the electronic viewfinder. The bits on top we talked about. You've got a wheel here which gets you through quickly if you want to change. You can set that so it does a lot of different things, but obviously if you do aperture, it will change the aperture. If you do the shutter settings, it will change the shutter speed. A function button, which is possibly the most important. The menu in this camera is incredibly easy but incredibly slow. Every time you want to do anything, you have to go to function, which is eluding me. You go to function, and then you have to go to FN, and then you have to go through all these things. So professionals are really, honestly, I'm not saying this to be cocky, I would say most professionals are not going to like it. Because of the so many issues with being able to use it on the fly. This is what this side looks like. If you compare it to things like the Sony bridge camera, the AX10 Mark IV, that's got only that can only go to 600mm, whereas 83 is equivalent to 200mm. 2000mm. But the Sony, then when you go into its enhanced digital mode and then into its digital mode, the pictures come out better than this anyway at 200mm. So the nice addition to this is over the P900, this has now got obviously the shoe and it's got the mic slot, which is lovely. It can't go as far as the P1000, which is 3000mm, but it's a lot lighter and compact. It's incredibly plasticky feeling. It's not particularly nice to hold. So there it is. My reviews on it are not brilliant, but if you just want to take things that are very far away and aren't moving, it's okay. If you're going to basically take anything that's moving, you might as well just buy a long optical lens and a fairly cheap camera, like a used Nikon D7000, and you'll get much better results. Actually, just interestingly, seeing as I have one in the studio, a Nikon D7000, I better have it, yeah, here we go. Looks like this, quite similar in look, like here, but the Nikon D7000 you can get used for like about £150, and then you could spend the extra money getting, it's amazing actually, because I have all of I haven't done this deliberately, then you could spend the extra money getting a proper 600mm lens, like a Sigma lens. You put those together, you've got the most phenomenal wildlife camera, and you will get good results most of the time. However, with this you will get very bad results most of the time, and I have tried it all day today against some other cameras, especially the Sony RX10 Mark IV, and it isn't great, to be honest. It's pretty less than average, and I can't really think anyone would disagree. Even the YouTubers, you know, the quite famous ones who've reviewed this, they are very, very polite about it, which is wonderful. But sometimes being brutally honest makes them look a bit cocky, and they don't want to be that. But I'm not particularly well known on YouTube, so I'll tell it how it is, and I think most professionals really are not going to be happy. And we'll get this and then change. But that's what you get in the box. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing plus kind of slightly informative review. There aren't any pictures to accompany it. However, I do have a lot of footage on 4K video and also stills from it. So if you'd like to see them, you're more than welcome to pop a message down below, and I can always send you a link to them. Okay, so there we are. That is the Nikon P950. And thank you very much, and see you again soon, guys.